Hello everyone, welcome back to the Racing Squad. I'm your host Naren Harwani, and today we're going to have a look at the race highlights of the Styrian GP hashtag Austrian GP. Did we say the hashtag correct? Alright. So we'll straight away get started into the last lap drama. Lewis Hamilton P1, Valtteri Bottas P2, Max Verstappen P3. What's happening behind them is a battle for P4 between Sergio Perez and Alex Albon. Sergio Perez tries to overtake Alex Albon on the inside of turn 4. They both bang wheels. Sergio Perez damages his car and Alex Albon goes on to finish P4. What's happening behind them is the battle for P5 between Lance Stroll and Daniel Ricciardo. Lance Stroll tries to overtake Daniel Ricciardo on the inside of turn 3, pushes Daniel Ricciardo outside the track. In the meantime, Lando Norris behind them overtakes Daniel Ricciardo and on the very next straight overtakes Lance Stroll, and on the second last turn of the race overtakes Sergio Perez for P5 in what was one of the most exciting last laps of Lando Norris and Team McLaren. It turned out to be a really dramatic last lap for Lando Norris. He started P9, he qualified P6 but started P9 in the race, got a 3-place grid penalty because of impeding Daniel Kvyat in qualifying and managed to finish P5. So we had Lando Norris in P5, we had Sergio Perez in P6, we had Lance Stroll in P7, and we had Daniel Ricciardo in P8. And the difference between P6 to P8 is just 0.2 of a second. Now let's rewind the race a bit. We had Carlos Sainz and Max Verstappen get a free pit stop for fresher set of tires, and they both went in for the fastest lap of the race, and Carlos Sainz managed to get an extra point and finish P9. So it's a really important thing to do, get the fastest lap point, because each and every point is really important in this championship. We do not know how many races are going to be in this season, so each and every point is going to be really important. So the fastest lap point goes to Carlos Sainz. Now let's rewind the race and have a look at the battle between Max Verstappen and Valtteri Bottas for P2. Red Bull pitted Max Verstappen quite early in the race on lap 24, trying to prevent the undercut from Mercedes. And Valtteri Bottas stayed outside a little longer and pitted later than Max Verstappen, had fresher tires, and towards the end of the race on lap 68 managed to overtake Max Verstappen on the outside of turn 3. A really good finish for Valtteri Bottas and a really not so okay finish for Max Verstappen. Now let's have a look at how the race turned out for Sergio Perez, who also was the driver of the day for Styrian GP. He started P17. Qualifying didn't really turn out to be good for Sergio Perez because the track was wet and it was really tricky conditions. Racing Point were nowhere to be seen during qualifying. They lacked grip in the wets and Sergio Perez ended up qualifying P17. Now Sergio Perez, who is known for managing his tires so well, had a really long first stint, was one of the last drivers to get in the pits for fresher set of tires, and then later managed to overtake Carlos Sainz, Lando Norris, Lance Stroll, and was almost about to overtake Alex Albon for P4 before he damaged his car and lost a position and finished P6. Now let's have a look at the first lap drama between both the Ferrari drivers. Charles Leclerc on turn 3 tried to overtake Sebastian Vettel on the inside and they both ended up crashing into each other. Sebastian Vettel getting extensive damage, retired his car immediately, and Charles Leclerc damaged his floor and retired on the very next lap. Now this was a really important race for Ferrari just because they bought upgrades and they had upgraded the floor as well. They really wanted to test these upgrades for the next GP as well and the rest of the championships. It's the second time that both Charles Leclerc and Sebastian Vettel have got in contact with each other on the racetrack in 4 races. From the race replay, it seems that there was no room to make a clean move on Sebastian Vettel on the inside of turn 3. So it's going to be a really tough day for Ferrari to even the debriefing sessions is going to be really crazy. Let's have a look at how the race turned out for the 6-time world champion Lewis Hamilton. Lewis Hamilton started the race in pole position, in which were one of the most trickiest qualifying sessions we've ever seen. His qualifying session clearly reminded us of the 2008 British Grand Prix. He was exceptional in the wets and he started the race in P1 and had total control of the race right from turn 1. He ended up finishing P1 and had no drama in the race. And what was a sensational qualifying from Lewis Hamilton and a sensational finish from Lewis Hamilton for P1. That was a really exciting race we've seen, and we are really excited for the very next race, which is going to happen really soon. That's it from us, guys. I'm your host Naren Harwani with the Racing Squad. Hope you guys have a fantastic day.